Have you ever spent hours staring at a screen, trying to solve a problem, but the answer just won't come? You push harder, but nothing happens. That's because you're thinking too hard. Your best ideas don't come from grinding through a mental block. In fact, that kind of hyperfixation actually creates a bottleneck in your brain. It blocks the very system responsible for creative insights. Let's talk about the default mode network. It's a secret superpower in your brain that only activates when you stop focusing. When you quit trying so hard, this network kicks in and starts connecting distant ideas. While you're hyperfixated, you're actually blocking this network. You're trading fluid clarity for forced focus. The result: mental exhaustion and zero breakthroughs. Here's the paradox. Being productive can kill your best ideas. When you drown yourself in cognitive exhaustion, your subconscious never gets a chance to do the heavy lifting. The key is to intentionally stop thinking, to walk away at the peak of frustration. That's when the magic happens. That's when your brain reorganizes everything in the background. Think about the last time you had a brilliant idea in the shower, or while driving, or during a walk. That's not a coincidence. That's your default mode network at work. When you perform low-stakes manual tasks, your brain switches to background processing mode. It starts solving complex problems without you even realizing it. The most complex pattern recognition happens when you are not actively thinking. Your subconscious takes over the heavy lifting from your tired conscious mind. So, what is the counterintuitive strategy? It's called productive quitting. The art of walking away exactly when you feel stuck. Not giving up, but strategically stepping back. Productive quitting triggers an insight. It allows your brain to reset. And often, when you come back, the solution is right there, waiting for you. Leverage sensory shifts to break a cognitive loop. Something as simple as a change in temperature or physical movement can snap you out of the rut. Your brain needs a buffer period to synthesize the data you have been force-feeding it all day. Without that buffer, you are just spinning your wheels. The modern world fears silence. We fill every moment with notifications, podcasts, or scrolling. But silence is exactly what your brain needs to solve complex problems. In 2026, high-pressure environments make us feel guilty for not being productive every second. But that guilt is the enemy of creativity. You have to let go of it. Now, let's talk about the anatomy of the aha moment. When a solution finally arrives, it feels effortless, but it's the result of deep, invisible background labor. There's a sudden neurochemical spike when the insight hits. It feels rewarding, and that's why we chase those moments. But we can't force them. We have to create the conditions. Breakthroughs feel effortless because they bypass your ego. Your conscious mind steps aside, and the solution bubbles up from your subconscious. Historical leaders and inventors relied on planned distractions. They knew that stepping away was part of the process. It's not laziness, it's strategy. Einstein would play the violin when stuck. Newton would sit under an apple tree. They used strategic mental stillness to let their brains do the work. You can engineer a lifestyle of stillness, even in a busy schedule. It doesn't mean doing nothing. It means doing the right kind of nothing at the right time. Integrate intentional, non-thinking into your day. Schedule short breaks where you do something simple and physical. No screens, just movement. Curate your environment to allow for unstructured thinking. A comfortable chair, a view of nature, or a quiet corner. Remove the guilt of being unproductive. Shift your identity from a relentless grinder to a strategic orchestrator of your own cognitive energy. You are not a machine. You are a garden. You need rest to grow. Let's go back to the frustrating screen. You have a clear block. You can't solve it. So stop. Stand up. Walk away. Give your brain the signal to switch modes. When you come back, the answer might be obvious, or maybe not, but you will have refreshed your cognitive resources. You will be more open to the solution. This is not about being lazy. It's about being smart. It's about understanding how your brain actually works, instead of fighting against it. The hyper-fixation trap is real. It creates a biological bottleneck in your prefrontal cortex. The harder you push, the more the bottleneck tightens. Productivity apps can make this worse. They keep you tethered to a state of diminishing returns. You think you're being productive, but you're just spinning your wheels. The high-pressure environment of today makes us fear silence. We feel like we have to be doing something all the time, but that's when creativity dies. So, how do you know when you've hit the peak of frustration? You feel that urge to keep going, to push through. That's the exact moment to stop. Recognize that feeling, and then deliberately step away. That's the productive quitting I mentioned. It takes practice, but it changes everything. While you walk, or shower, or do dishes, your default mode network is hard at work. It's connecting seemingly unrelated information. That's where insights come from. You don't have to wait for inspiration to strike. You can create the conditions for it. You can be the architect of your own aha moments. Your brain is designed for complex problem solving, but it needs the right environment. It needs periods of stillness to do its best work. Stop trying to be a machine. Machines don't have intuition. You do. And intuition thrives when you give it space to breathe. The next time you are stuck, remember this video. Remember that your best ideas only happen when you stop thinking so hard. Let go of the effort. Trust the process. Trust your brain. It knows what to do. You just have to get out of its way. Start small. Tomorrow, when you hit a mental block, get up and take a 5-minute walk. No phone. Just walk. See what happens. You might be surprised at the ideas that come to you. And over time, you will learn to harness this superpower whenever you need it. This is not a quick hack. It's a fundamental shift in how you approach creative work. It's about working with your biology, not against it. You have the ability to unlock your best ideas. They are already inside you. You just need to create the space for them to come out. The world doesn't need more grinding. It needs more genuine breakthroughs. And those breakthroughs come from a place of stillness, not force. So, I challenge you, the next time you feel the urge to push through a mental block, stop, walk away, give yourself permission to not think. That is the secret to unlocking your best ideas. That is the path to your next breakthrough. Start today. Embrace the power of strategic mental stillness.